and welcome to Stories Untold. My name is Bulem Molebatsi. Dreams are ideas that we see and believe in before others can. Some have ideas of owning food joints and clothing boutiques. Today we follow the story of franchisers here in Johannesburg. The four partners started a group that has seen and helped entrepreneurs have successful businesses. Let us have a look at how the Soft Coffee Group started when the partners were still in their teens. Let's see.
Franchises are said to be started by people that are said to be big dreamers, and without a doubt, the courage of starting one does come with big responsibilities. Tyrone, Sassy, and Nico are lifelong friends that started chasing their dreams from their teenage years.
The story started that my father was actually a very good customer of Nico and Tyrone, my other two partners. And he was often going to their shop. At the time they had a Brazilian coffee shop, and they were going there often in a village walk. And after a while I liked the kitchen side of the business. I studied a bit to be a chef and worked in conference centers and things like that in Israel back in the time in my youth. And I knew that the restaurant game is what I want to do. So when we came to South Africa, my father set up a meeting with Tyrone and Nico, and we all met together. Me, Yaron, which is our other partner, is the fourth one, and Tyrone and Nico, and we sat together and we decided that we're going to open a shop, restaurant. It was actually almost like a deli in a Lone Hill shopping center.
Well, I think I was an entrepreneur from day number one. I mean, we were obviously brought up in the old days when I don't want to say things were easier or not harder or whatever the case may be, but you were taught to fight for yourself at the end of the day. So I mean, I remember myself as a kid working at flea markets, selling shoes.
We approached Nico's father when we were very small and we were young men, and we decided to open a business together, and that's what really started off this whole venture.
Although from different backgrounds, the trio had one thing in common: a business mindset.
It was about going out into the working world, the business world, and working from a young boy. As a young boy, I was working on the race course for my grandfather, doing some betting with the horses. He was a bookmaker, and always had the passion for running a business or owning a business. And I did some motor spare sales when I was a youngster, working for some family, and just the passion for business. I think that's really what drew me into being an entrepreneur.
I come from the franchising background. I mean, my father had been in the franchising, so it was maybe something that was second nature for me. Yeah, when we had sold the first franchise, we were partners in the first franchise. So it was, I think, second nature. We were involved, and like anything, it was scary, but I suppose if you don't have butterflies in your stomach, that's not real.
In that time, the whole business changed, because the first shop that was Capello, it was only 125 square meters, the whole shop, and we had 4 tables outside, so it was a very, very small, as I said, like a deli. Once we did a canopy outside, we doubled the amount of table that we got, and it was a success. We introduced a new menu, more to the local market, less concentrated on the import, more concentrated on what our customers wanted to eat. And that was the first turning point of the business. We traded like that for good 4 or 5 years.
They encountered some challenges which they saw as lessons.
Often in success stories, so to speak, people forget about all the challenges and everything that they had at the beginning. Yeah. And how you, in business, what I believe, that you have to know how to adapt when things are not going the way that you imagine that they will go when you vision and when you start with your own dream, So the first one that we had, Capello, was supposed to be like an Italian deli. We even had a deli fridge that we used to cut meat and cheese and all this imported cheese from Italy to the customers and things like that, it didn't go well.
Through the structures they built, they saw jobs and business opportunities to other entrepreneurs. This gives them a pat on their shoulders that they've made it.
I believe we made it. You can say that in the last 6 or 7 years, we turned a big corner in our business, in the Capello business, that we start realizing that the business is more about to maintain the good and important stores that you got, rather than to tap on your own shoulder to say, I've got 30 shops, I've got 35 shops. Rather consolidate and concentrate on the shops that needs the attention and can make it.
I can tell you that the story starts the same, will end the same, and it depends what you do in between, what's going to make it a success or not. Because we've got international brands, we've got local brands, we've got food brands, we've got clothing brands, and the fundamentality of everything is all the same. So the grassroots the same, the base is the same. You know, it's all about how you take it yourself, you take it to the next level.
The big highlight would be the company today taking on the international brands, the Hard Rock brand, acquiring the franchise for Southern Africa. And then obviously one of the biggest keys to our success is that we took to the main market. We went with the African market. We took big challenges in opening stores. I think we were the pioneers of opening stores in Soweto, in Jabulani, in Kliptown. We went into all the rural areas in South Africa, and we've now crossed borders. And I think that's been a big success and a highlight in the growth of the brand.
From having a Shaq's Pizza shop to owning a Capello franchise, Petunia is one of the soft coffee franchisee from the Vaal. Her story is remarkable on how owning the franchise changed her life in business.
This is where we take a look inside the world of media, analysing the trends, the issues and the reporting of some of the week's top stories.
One of the things that we are seeing across the globe, people are consuming news and living their lives with their mobile devices.
The evolution of journalism is to use the same skills, the same ethics, the same values, but to cater to different audiences, because it's not the same people.
There is a lot of debate in this industry today whether the future is about digital paid content. Will there be a market for users to pay for digital content? And we see that in Africa it's a challenge.
People will go, pay for a newspaper, take it away. Why won't they pay for it online?
In the initial stages of shifting from print to online, we created the impression that what people were paying for was the paper. And so people are very reluctant to pay for the journalism, and good journalism is very expensive.
Watch Media Monitor Sundays at 9 a.m.
They need to step up and take responsibility.
He believes that these banks were actually enablers of state capture.
I met senior directors of HSBC and Standard Chartered. I found a great reluctance from both of them.
Reverend Frank Chikane was very actively involved in calling out state capture.
The Guptas would tell you, if you don't do what we want by Wednesday, you won't be a Director General.
The murder case has implicated some senior public servants. Tell us more.
Indeed, this case has gained more traction, as we see, after an auditor has testified on the financial flows between Siemens and Bagili.
Department of Community Safety, Security and Liaison and the Department of Health had promised that it will strengthen security in all hospitals in the province. That has not yielded any positive results.
Welcome back to Stories Untold. From right here on Bree Street is where Petunia Mukawane's story began as an entrepreneur, holding one of these boards as a hairdresser. She knocked on every door until she got a breakthrough to own one of the franchises with Soft Coffee. Today she owns one of the franchises together with 2 other businesses. Let's have a look.
Petunia Mukawane was brought up by a single parent in abject poverty, and she did everything she could to change her life for the better. She saw entrepreneurship as the answer to her poverty.
It started like I was selling sweets at the school because, as my mother was a single parent, she couldn't afford to do anything. Before you can go out with the school, if there's a trip, school trip, you have to do something good, you have to pay for your fees. Sometimes bonga kukhona nokuthi ubhadale i-transport yasesikolweni. So I started there, good, because those sweets were giving me something, and the life beqhubeka. And then after that, this is my way. Then I studied umamu. There was this course, one startup course. Eyaga Mama Sisulu owayenza after ngiqeda isikole. So ngabona lapho ukuthi let me join because le yangenza yangidrayiva through what I am today.
She tried all types of businesses to find one that could work for her.
I came back from Randfontein, then I wanted a better life. Let me come back to Sebokeng because my father was staying there. So mangifika lapha ngithola ukuthi this life it's tough. If eloke fana nale ebengikuyo. Then I was married now with one kid. So I started saying, no, let me go. Kune shack lapha. Let me do a spaza shop nyana because ama shop were good. As zone 14 and thina besihlale zone 13. So bengihamba ngiyostoka ngekhanda ngapha ngibhebha umntwana. But ngazitshela ukuthi yes, this I like this. Then I went to a course here, hairdressing. And then after hairdressing, I had a salon at Joburg, corner Brie and GP. And by then, my salon, they upstairs, like that floor. Then, botata ipot, ugutu kubena ma customer. We have to tati pot le umenayo lapa. Waza sisi, ngizo qina, uyabona. So, qale kanjalo.
Her stepmother witnessed all her efforts from her shack days to what she is now.
Uthemile hona jaga timoni. Nantse mkhukunyana. Spaza shop nje. Arikisenza ka usona. Di peanuts, body sweets. Ko le bo maroto na rekisa shop, start shop we ya hai. Kutloa mono. Ko ga rekisa ntho tse jwang. Tse jwang fela. A rekisa ntho tse jwang. Bo mathini nyana, tin staff nyana. So a di kentse ka shopong ka mo.
She kept pushing until fate and hard work connected her with the right people.
My turning point, my husband, he introduced me to this company, Utingo, Mangfika Lapo. I was the only female. And sometimes in Bonangat, bebethi bazathola umsebenzi from the government. Oguti, they were like bafranta ngawo uyabona, but not knowing ukuthi what am I capable of, uyabona. And they made a mistake ukuthi bangifaka kwi-finance. Ngoba I'm very good kwi-finance, ngiyazi ukuthi kufanele kwenzakaleni lapho. Then that company cishe liquidator. After that, I ran that company. I'm still running it up until now. Then ukuze ngifike kwi-franchise ngithanda entertainment. So I googled mangizathola Capello. Then I called them. Can you please give me a chance? They said no. Okay. Bangipe application form. Then they called me for an interview.
When things started turning up for her, she grabbed every opportunity with both hands.
My journey with soft coffee for the first year, it was very tough because I'm new on the food industry. And on a restaurant, it's a very tough thing. It's a very tough one. You have to be very, very strong and know what you want in life. So first year, I told myself, you know what, I'm going to learn from them. I learned from the best, and now here I am, and I'm so proud to be with that soft coffee. I have a little boutique nyana at Vanderbilt, and nayo I had this passionate yokuthi ngithanda izimpahla. Like eCapello, I do something engiyithandayo. eCapello ngiyazi ukuthi ngifuna abantu entertain abantu, see people happy, kunama events into enjalo. So nale yezimpahla ngiyengabheka ukuthi okay, if you want something like a tradition clothes, sifanele siye ku eJoburg, and mawufika eJoburg kula uzathola izimpahla ezithungiwe khona. And then I decided ukuthi ngifuna ishop nyani encane, ngithenge imachine, sewing machines, because ngifuna abantu, I'm trying to create umsebenzi, ngithola abantu abathanda into le engiyithandayo. So I started that shop, and then bought some few, like 3 machines, and then nginabantu abathungayo lapho. So if you want something, a tradition thing, attire, bayaza, they measure you, and then ngilapho ke.
The struggles from her early days prepared her for all the future challenges.
There are lots of challenges, ngoba there's this thing, abanye abantu, they are undermining you, especially abantu well, abana everything. Abanye abantu abacabanga ukuthi they can have an opportunity or a chance, they can give you a chance. Like mawubona umuntu emile ngebhodi athi ufuna kwenza izinwele, sometimes they can criticize you ngoba angithi wena isalon yakho it's up, abazi ukuthi kwenzakalani khona, and then they won't give you a chance yokuthi uze wenzeni, ubabonise umsebenzi wakho ukuthi umsebenzi wakho ngawenza kanjani. In the 3rd year, my shop just went down, like I nearly closed the shop. But I told myself, ukuthi I'm not going to do that, because my customer bangasangeni, the rent was very high. I couldn't afford to pay my staff. I was taking my salary, ngibapatala ngayo. And then ngabona ukuthi let me start by thinking something ukuthi I have to move from that place ukuza ngapha. So from that side, and ngize ngalayer out some of the few staff ngoba bengingasakhona. The staff sami esinye sibuyile sesiright manje.
You've got people salivating in my ear between my director and everybody else at the back.
This is Morning Live.
This is definitely going to be a special project.
So I wanted to create an awareness in Igama about experiences that black women face on a daily basis that they either can't speak about or they tuck away in their memory.
The more and more women are wanting fit bodies for life, no matter their shape or size, we've been able to tap into that amazing energy.
Because it seems like the soft rain, but it can be dangerous.
Yes, it can. So what happens is it starts off softly. So there are moments for an hour or 2 hours where the rainfall really falls really hard.
Mark Ketla, a very good morning to you. What are you witnessing out there?
As you can see, this is Black Scale River in Sidretla, Alexandra informal settlement.
We've got issues with cars that can't drive here.
Usually when it rains like this road really becomes problematic.
Current situation in the Centurion area is that 10 people were rescued when they had been cut off by the water.
This amount of rain is not something we could have prepared for.
Welcome back to the last leg of the show, but not for Petunia though. Her story still continues. 6 years later, she is still standing in business and even mentoring her staff members. Now Petunia takes us through her golden days. Let's have a look.
Golden lessons, highlights, and celebrations are in order as Petunia celebrates the 6th year of her franchise. From a spaza shop to now owning the biggest franchise, her journey proves that perseverance goes a long way.
The highlights of my whole journey is from where I come from up until now, and I thank God, because He's the only one who kept me going.
Her employees at Capello have all been mentored by her.
I am empowering them and a lot, because I told them that they have to learn. We don't have to be lazy from a barren, and you know what, I don't hire managers from outside. I'm a manager and now they started from a salary, and then abanye bekungama barman, abanye bekungama waiter.
And some of her employees say that even her story gives them a glimpse of hope.
Ane kopana le na ke mkopane checkers like ne ke mpushisa troli. Wa ka o tshongane ke mpushisa troli. Ne ke sa tsebo re ke ena ona Capello. Then na ke fitlhe fela ka pointa ko ba ki batla ke sebetsa ma ke sa tsebeng ke ena. Then yanka bomantho ka tsang 1 hour 5 minutes, after 1 hour 5 minutes ba bang pizza ke sa tsebe interview ak fitla mo anjetsa re ke tle ke tenne all black, then ka tena all black o nthusitse ma ke khiza ke hlawole ka life.
Hayi ngihlala ngikhuleka siswami, ngiyabonga, ngihlala ngimbonga naye, that's why ubona ngilastile, ngimsebenzela kahle. Then I think now we happy for ukuba naye. Like I think o change life yami.
Ona le lerato le leholo le bathong le kerekeng, ke motho ha le kerekeng a etsetse mo bonkgono ona je qeta re ke la bonkgono dikobo a penta ceiling, a penta kereke, ke go ke mma le rata haholo. Nka re tate modimo a mo fe matla ho feta mo le nna ke tshwane le yena, ke ithutile ntho tse ngata ka yena. Ha batle motho ha sokola bana o tseba bophelo bo tswa kae.
Petunia believes opportunities are presented to us every day. It's a matter of using them. Her plan is to leave a legacy for all her employees.
It's tough, some. Even if I can pass on, I don't want them bakishelo ngaphandle. Maybe someday oyi-one kuzaba yi-shareholder nayo, uyayibona. Even at the church, isonto lethu, there's this thing, ingena isonto le, it's a BMC, it's ifana amasonto lawa kudala. And then ngiyabheka ukuthi okay kunabo gogo like this year bengibathengele amajali mangisontweni ye-winter, and then njengoba kuyi-Christmas time, so ngoba kunamanye ama-parents anganabo abantwana ababayenzela these things, makungu-December so ngibathengela ama-chocolate, put them something. And then esontweni, if angithi uyabona amasonto ethu awafani nalamanye abanikeli, sonto lethu ngabona ukuthi no kufuneka isiling, kufuneka ini, then ngiyazama ukuthi ngenze lapho.
Petunia's story, together with a soft coffee company, is causing a ripple effect to inspire and create a great legacy. Mom Teresa is proud of her and is sure that her late father would be proud too.
Katleo ana tleo ya pele. Ana tleo ya pele. Ba bile mohau haholo. Ao hle. Ke khona o thabile le ona jwale. Ma teng ona jwale o thabile ka ga ka tsoa. Ka ga ka ba le mona a tsoa. Ka mo khona thaba ha itsa ntho tse ntle ka teng. Hae go tlo re thabile. Go re thabile. O no ke ba hajo. O tla ba jwalo. Ha o no ka o bona mkhukhu o kuba sa le ona jwale. Mkhukhu ene na ba o shoot le monna hae mare ba re ba batla gore ba etse history mare jwale ha ke tsebona ba ile ba etsa jwang empa ke mona o fihlile mona ma leng teng.
And to Petunia, all lessons are golden.
The golden lesson that I've learned on this journey is through poor people, even if nomuntu othengisa amagwinya or othengisa, especially women, ngoba amakhosikazi abantu besifazane they are suffering. Noma ungamthatheli phansi, instead uplift, instead ukuthi ukhulume ngaye ulokuthi njani ngcono ukuthi umkhuphule naye abe something better ukuthi mangabe usestradeni akana la ayenzela ukudla kwakhe khona. If una that malidlana try ukumakhela umkhukhu ayenzele izinto, one day naye uzaphumelela ephambili.
And with that, we end our show here for today. Thank you so much for watching. You can go on YouTube to search for our stories using Stories Untold SABC. Until next week, it's goodbye from myself and the rest of the team.
In my time, I've truly seen it all firsthand. Angizwanga ngizibonele ngalawam amehlo.